Start recording. Okay, so a second attempt. So Unraid is for me that if you want to have a home server, media server, and virtual machine where you can easily patch hardware through, it's Unraid. I will have a look into Proxmox. I'm definitely not going ZFS because with ZFS I had it on FreeNAS, which was a good experience, but it's a very unflexible volume build. You can't just change hard drives like you can do here on Unraid. It's so easy. Change a hard drive to a smaller, bigger one, doesn't matter what you want. Reduce hard drives if you have enough space. It's so easy. But that's not what that video is about. The video is about if you're unlucky enough and not have the right hardware, like Space Invader 1, he's a source to go to, as I said. I recorded before, so I did a mistake and I related that. So I might have saying this double here, so and Groundhog Day. However, so he's the source to go to, but lots of videos are old, and let's say he is a lucky one. He has compatible hardware. It just works. Whatever you put in works. So I have two graphic cards. I have the Radeon RX 570, and I also have an old GT 730 Nvidia Graphic Card. However, I'll come to that later. I mean, I think I said it in the other video. It's impossible with one keyboard to have both virtual machines running. Well, one will complain that there is no keyboard and mouse. And if you use a KVM switch, you just have it all double. And that doesn't work either because double doesn't exist. So they don't fire up. However, long story short, back. So I've got an Asus TUF or TUF Gaming X570 Plus motherboard, which is actually pretty nice. Expensive too, but you know, the idea was I get a top-notch computer, which is my home media server and my gaming machine, working machine, and everything in one. So I will make a picture from my case and I'll show you the weakness. So in case you buy that case, it's outrageous. For the money you pay, what you get it's ridiculous. Yeah, let's not get sidetracked. So the idea is, lots of people don't have so easy workarounds. They have compatibility issues. That means they put the graphic card in, they follow the steps, and it does not work. I'll tell you what worked for me, 100%. First, bare metal means I installed Windows 10 on my hardware, and then I put it in a virtual machine. So you can see now I've got a 2 terabyte hard drive, which is an external drive, and I patched I passed through the hard drive. So if I go in here, so here's my hard drive. That's how you do it. So it's called dev/dev/disk/by -id/ and then 88 - and then you just write the hard drive, whatever it shows under main. Yeah, you see all your hard drives. Just copy paste it in. Job done. It's through. And you have to go to SATA instead of manual instead of whatever. I forgot. Here, primary disk plus SATA. That's one you have to set. So next thing, what I did. Yes, you have to put in your graphic card, which is easy. I think that you have seen that all. If you're at this point, you have seen it all how to do it. So I'm not repeating stuff. I would if you really need it. So comments if you really need it. And you have to patch, of course, the same graphic card, sound card through, right? So that's what you got to do. I dumped my own BIOS, and I did that on a Windows computer with GPU Z, because I've got GPU X here, but I can't find an option to dump anything. You can't. So at GPU Z, you have on the right side something, you click on it and it dumps the BIOS for you. You can just save it. So, and I, of course, like, so it's here on a VMS share Unraid ready. So there's my own dumped original BIOS for my graphic card I use in this system. I dumped it myself, so I'm 100% sure this works. Got the sound card through too. I said that already, right? And even though with all of that I still had a black screen, I could not make it work with either graphic card. It just does not work. It won't work. Black screen, you try back and forward, and if you have the tough gaming motherboard, don't even think of putting the sound card through. You can't. It's impossible. Yes, it shows up here. You could add a second sound card and say, oh yeah, I use the Starship Multi. No, it won't work, so don't even bother. I got an Sound Blaster USB card, and with that I'm recording here right now, and it seems to do just fine. So I'm good. It's a good thing. So and yeah, here it is. Sound Blaster Play 3. Oh, it works like a charm. It's just perfect. However, now you wonder, Dirk, you magician, you mesmerizing, handsome fool, how did you do this? So you go into your, I got that, into your main drives, and you go to your flash, open that up, then you have to go in syslinux, and you can try, I'll show you where I put it in here. So and I can't open it up here, I can download it, and I did that already. I'll just do that now. Where are you? Here we are. That's not the one I wanted. Downloads, I think. So that's my syslinux for my file here. Oh man, view. Can I not make it bigger? Edit, preferences. I should have checked that before. Tab disabled, window. Okay, how do I make it bigger? Long line to march, show line numbers. No. Oh, here we go. So now you can see something, right? So I just copy pasted here, labeled Unraid OS kernel bzimage append PCI blah blah blah. I copy pasted that, so it's here on the top, and then I added on the original OS. I wrote no VGA. Because it just chooses this one. I don't know where it sits and I don't want to know, and I just want it to work. So what I did, there is already append PCI ACS override multifunction blah blah. Here it comes. I added in video equals efifb column off, like in not on, off. What that does, it switched your video your graphic card off for Unraid. It does not exist. It's not using it, let's say. It's not there. It's not using it. With that in place, if you fire up your VM, all of a sudden you have your graphic card, no more black screen, works with Nvidia, works with the RX 4, what else, the 570, 580, the whole, everything. It just works. That seems to be a thing that somehow Unraid is holding that graphic card ransom, and that's the way to get it out, to say, you not let go of it, I need it for my virtual machines, and that's how you got it. If you have a black screen, append in your syslinux, you can even try it on the boot menu, right? If you just press, I think, tab to edit, and then you add this line in, where I put it in, after override multifunction, I put in video equals efifb column off, before the boot thing, and you will see you all of a sudden all your VMs are working. I do not know for my Radeon RX 570 if I really need that BIOS, because the Nvidia works without. I just was sick and tired of getting my computer crashed and frozen just because my virtual machines don't run. So I just dumped my own BIOS and added it in the virtual machine, which didn't sort the problem. The line here, the video equals efifb column off. That's the one which is making the big difference. And I will put that in the description. And you have to put that in the syslinux, this, whatever. Here, syslinux.cfg. That's where it belongs to. Yeah, that's where you got to put it in. Oh, it keeps this. Yeah, that's great. See, now you can see it. And I'm lazy by nature, so I just I copied this. Here, the whole thing, copy paste. Then I used the bottom bit, the original one, and wrote no VGA, because then you have it in your boot menu. You can still boot with whatever you want, but this is the easiest way. And I added this line in, and rain, all my virtual machines are running, no more black screen, no more black screen. Isn't that amazing? That's how easy it is. And yeah, no, I know you all think, yeah, Dirk, you are a genius. No, I really am not. I just can't give up. So I was searching, and somewhere in a forum, somebody with an RX 580, he posted that line, and in that post, he just said, hey guys, this one worked for me. Hey, RX 570 guys, maybe this works for you. Something like that he wrote. Very, very little. Put that line on, off you went. I don't know how old it was either, the post. I was looking for solutions. I just grabbed everything I could and read everything I could. And that is the thing. If you still have a black screen, you do everything you need to do, and you still have a black screen, put that in your boot, in the syslinux, or try it out first. Put it in the boot menu in GRUB with space, edit your group menu, edit this line, and you will be surprised. All of a sudden, all your problems are gone. So I've got both graphic cards working, but only one at a time, because I have only one keyboard. If you put it on KVM, you get double keyboard, double mouse, even though you just have one pair. That causes trouble because it's not double available. So if you have a USB switch like I have, then it's either here or there, but not both. Even if you switch the USB stick over, the KVM, the virtual machine is holding on to it. It doesn't release it. So, and if you switch back, it's usually frozen. There's another little thing. What I use. Now let's that be enough. This is just for people who really have the black screen, Nvidia and Radeon graphic card. I would be surprised you put that in and it wouldn't work. It will work. If you did everything right, you passed through your graphic card, you passed through your graphic card's audio part, and it's all separated. IOMMU is on, and all this, or IOMMU is on, and all this stuff. You must succeed. It's impossible. Yeah, this video is at least as good, at least from content, as my FreeBSD Nvidia graphic card installer, because that worked all the time at all stages, and this will work too. I'm very, 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 very confident. Because there is no other chance. It works at this point in time. It will work. But I will tell you, I had a graphic card first from Nvidia. I had the Zotac GTX 1660 Ti, and I had nothing than trouble with that graphic card. I had error 43, or what that is, what the typical Windows error when the card doesn't come through properly, also in a virtual machine. Impossible to work out with that card, because I figured out it was even the card was absolutely terrible broken. And Zotac has a problem, and even people with normal installation say it's a hit and miss. So I returned that card and got then the RX 570 from AMD, and it works like a charm. And it's not loud. People think, oh, 2 fans, it will be loud. I'm not the hyper gamer, but it's doing good, absolutely fine. And as I said, you put that line into your syslinux CFG. You won't have any trouble anymore. This is it. Your virtual machine will have the graphic card at hand. So, I'm not too sure if I should make any more much about Unraid pass-through stuff, because there's so much out. If I'm capable of making it in short videos, maybe then. I don't know. But there's so much out. I don't want to duplicate what other people did already. Even though I do maybe every now and then. Who knows? However, that works. Do it. It will work. And guys, I a long time was thinking, no, Unraid is taking money, you can have it without money, blah 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 blah. Yes, you can, but how can I say this? With Unraid, things are easy. They do everything from the GUI to make it as easy as possible. So the whole work is not the black banner here with these menus. What is behind it, all the thinking through, that is the amazing part. As I said, you can reduce your rate, you can enlarge it, you can change this for smaller, larger. takes them all out, take one out. You can do everything, and everything easy, absolute easy. It is amazing. That is well engineered software. And the best is with that VM. Man, now I got what I wanted. I mean, just look at this. I can have as many as I want of virtual machines. And I even took the luxury. I've got bare metal running, the 2 terabyte hard drive passed through, graphic card passed through, mouse keyboard passed through, wireless mouse passed through, sound card passed through. Everything is working just fine. But also this one here is virtual machine, no. This one is passed through to, this one is passed through 120 gigabyte SSD. This is a virtual machine. Because virtual machine has the advantage, I just copy paste the image somewhere. In case something goes wrong, I just put it back on, job done. Right? Always there. If here the hard drive dies, okay, I have to do the whole work again. However, this just, you know, it's absolutely cool. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And yeah, when I go in my virtual machine in Windows, I have to tell and show you something which has been shown by Space Invader 1, but he might have used Home, Windows 10 Home. That could have been the difference. Because Pro has one more partition and you cannot enlarge anymore so easy your hard drive like he showed, which would be fine, but it just isn't. Of course, not for me. But, I mean, I have the gift of picking the most difficult hardware and get the weirdest error messages ever possible. Yeah, so if you want to have a piece of rubbish hardware, let me advise you. Just tell me what you want, I pick the bits and pieces and you will have difficulties. I know how that sounds, but sadly it is true. Oh, it's dreadful true. So, however, nevertheless, I mean, guys, now I can add VM. See, this is a gaming thing. There are just 2 games on it, on the main drive. And for everything else, I will just add a D drive and whatever I want. This one I haven't installed yet. I don't know if I will. Maybe for playing around, doing some things, but I also, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure of that yet. But you see, I've got my home server running. I've got this running. And I have to make a few more little videos about Unraid, which ease off your work by a lot. So, yeah, nevertheless. So I'm just, guys, I'm so happy. You cannot imagine how happy I was when my virtual machine showed up on the screen. Man, this is so annoying. You cannot imagine. Oh yeah, you can imagine. If you watch that video, most likely you can. So there will be some more goodies coming, because there's at least one which helps you to fire up and close your virtual machines in case of emergency. And yeah, if you don't have encrypted drives, you can just have your main machine, whatever you want, set it to auto start, and it will boot up as soon as your Unraid server fired up. Mine is everything's encrypted, so I have to go manually in, put my password in, and then all the services start. But that's okay. That's fine. I do the extra work. Yeah, because you can't shut it down, right? Because if I would go here and switch my my array off, then the virtual machine is not there anymore. So I've got a problem, Houston. The clone show in NSA, NASA. So you need a second computer anyway, otherwise it won't work, right? All right. Nevertheless, except you make a batch file which would do this to you for you after a delay. Yeah, you could do something like that, but that makes it unnecessarily complicated, I think. All right. Nevertheless, and there's this nice piece of software which I introduce maybe in the next video. I have to get some screenshots that you see what I mean and what it does. It's amazing. It's amazing. But nevertheless, this video is now long enough. I think it's more than 5 minutes. No recording time. Yeah, it's exactly 4 minutes 55. So I switch it off here. And I see you in the next one. So this, please let me know in the comments that this worked for you. That would make me so happy, because I was jumping for joy when my virtual machine finally came through. Man, did I have hustle. I just couldn't get rid of that black screen. Anything I did, it just didn't work. That little line did it. And I will copy paste it in the description one more time, and you just put it in your syslinux, or try it out first at boot, at GRUB, put it in, fire it up, see what you can see. But you have to have then, you can't start with a GUI, right? Because the GUI would be invisible. Unraid is not using the graphic card anymore with that command. So you have to access your Unraid computer from a different machine. Alright, shouldn't be new to you. Okay, see you soon, guys. Thank you for watching. Oh, like the video, blah, 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 bye, bye, bye.